Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry uh, that I am here a little late. Actually, the reason why I came on is because my gentlemen are all traveling this morning. So we will have to delay this session of the fantasy sports show until next week. Christopher will be back, and also we are going to change our time. We are going to be on a hour earlier. We will be on at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's 12 Eastern. And we look forward to having many more of our guys participate. Um, but in the meantime, a couple of questions that I am pondering after watching the last two games actually is, oops, excuse me, never mind. Okay, all right. Actually, after watching these two games, excuse me, I'm just trying to throw some things down here. Where did we put that? There you go. Just want to make sure that we get uh, recognition to our guys over there at Smash Up Sports. If you guys haven't checked them out already, go to smashupsports.com. There's different contests available. Uh, like I said before, very unusual concept, and you can get your fantasy on in a little different way than you can with some of the major sports, such as Yahoo and ESPN. But yeah, it's a great way to get your fantasy on. You can get up to three teams. You can pick different cards to go with it, but it's much easier for me to tell you to go to smashupsports.com and see how you like it. Um, Also, getting back to some things that happened this week. Um, I know all of the hoopla around Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback, but is Patrick a top tier fantasy quarterback? I've had Patrick uh, in a lot of my teams in the past, and I have him on a few teams this season also. But when you look at his production overall as a fantasy quarterback, is he a top tier quarterback? Um, I just off of the top of my head would say he's somewhere between a 16 and 18 reliable points. I find him somewhere between the 16.5 and 18 on a consistent basis. But to get that uh, expected 20, 21, um, I I don't know if he still averages that. Patrick is a winning quarterback, but not a statistically better quarterback than some of the others on the lower tier. Now, if you're betting, that's a whole different ball game. That's one of the things that I wanted to address with Christopher and the guys over at Smash Up. Another thing, Reed yesterday had an outstanding day. Is Reed the number 2 wide receiver in fantasy? Is he that consistent? Christian Watson had a good performance, and Xavier Worthy had a good performance fantasy-wise. Xavier, rookie, first time he touched the ball, he got a touchdown for you. Got 2 touchdowns over the day. Is this going to be a go-to wide receiver for Patrick? And can such a small receiver hold up over the course of the season? So you have some quandary there. Do you take Xavier now, while the league is just getting used to him and only has the tape from one game? Or do you take Rice for the long term, who also had quite a few catches yesterday? Can you depend on Travis Kelce as a top tier tight end? Simply behind the fact that Patrick has new weapons. Jalen Hurts, his first half, you were very concerned about his stats. But in the end, when he came through and he needed it, Jalen had a great game for the Eagles. Can he consistently put up fantasy numbers? You got Brown and Smith both had decent games. AJ gave you his usual fantasy numbers, and you have to wonder with the emergence of Saquon. I'm not saying that Saquon is going to get three touchdowns every game, but he certainly looked like someone that you would want to keep on your fantasy team. Goddard did his thing as far as the game, but I believe he gave you a little over 4, or depending on your scoring, a little less than 4 in your fantasy scoring. So it's Goddard. When you look at Goddard and you look at Kelce, the numbers are very similar fantasy-wise, but not impact on the game-wise. Of course, Kelce was much more impactful with the 2 passes that he caught. So Yeah, um, a lot of things to be answered here in this fantasy season. Looking forward to the games tomorrow. Uh, will we or will we not see Jamar Chase tomorrow in the Cincinnati Bengals uniform? Um, Looking forward to seeing C.J. Stroud match up against Anthony Richardson. So there are a lot of fantasy questions to be asked, and we look forward to having the guys on next week and talking about our first full week of fantasy football. So, um, sorry for having such a short program this Saturday morning. And for those of you that did manage to get up to join us, we will be back next Saturday, 9 a.m. That's 12 Eastern time. And we look forward to talking fantasy football with Christopher and the guys. And you have a good day. Enjoy the college football season. And see you next week.